What's going on, YouTube? This is Rich with another video, back with another gem. It's Saturday evening, and I'm doing some work on my car. Got all my gear out, and I am changing my brakes. My brakes were squealing, so I said, let me use this time to just knock this out while I have an opening on this evening. This morning I had the time. I had a chance to be able to go to my son's game. We had a great time. Both of them came out with a W. So that was always fun. It's always nice to be able to be to be present with your kids in their extracurricular activities. And I'm grateful for that. So like I said, I decided just to, while I have time, my wife, she's out with my oldest right now. He has a travel baseball tournament on this Saturday. So while I'm home with the other kids, I said, let me come out here and knock out these brakes so that I don't have any issues. But I'm here with the motivation. I shared in one of my last videos is how can you leverage your skills in order to save some money? In these times that we're in, especially in this economy, any maintenance on vehicles is extremely expensive. From oil changes to brake changes to tune-ups to any type of general maintenance on cars nowadays is extremely expensive. So how can you leverage your skills to save some money? And this is what I'm doing. Not only do I cut my own hair, not only do I cut my boys' hair, not only does my wife does her hair and my girls' hair, I do my own maintenance on my cars. I do maintenance on my car, I do maintenance on my wife's car. And guess what? That saves us thousands and thousands of dollars because I leverage my skills to save some money. And this is the mindset you have to have if you want to get out of debt. The reality is, the Bible says that the borrower is a slave to the lender. And you've got to get to a place where you say, enough is enough. I'm tired of being in debt. I'm tired of never having enough. I'm tired of bringing in checks and then I'm bleeding on the outside because I have credit card that I got to pay. I got car notes I got to pay. I got student loans I got to pay. And this is almost a never-ending cycle because the reality is once that interest rate comes in and it kicks in every month, it's almost as though whatever you put in towards that debt doesn't go anywhere and you find yourself in a cycle. And family, this is where I came to. I came to a place in my life where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Something that Dave Ramsey says all the time. You got to get to a place where you're tired. You got to get to a place where you're just like, I'm tired of not having enough. I'm tired of being in lack. I'm tired of working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, and it seems like all of my money, all of my efforts is going towards debt. It's going towards my past, and I'm not able to put anything towards my future. I got a story I want to share with you guys. Me and my wife, we were in debt. We were in about a little over $20,000 in debt. You know, the great thing about it is me and my wife, we aren't big spenders, but we had to use our credit cards and take out a few loans, out of necessity. I needed a trailer. My wife needed another vehicle. So guess what? We ended up going out and we got I got a trailer for the business. My wife got a car. And thank God I have no student loans. My wife has no student loans by the grace of God. But we were maintaining, and we weren't struggling. And with every month that went by, we were able to make our payments and do what we had to do, right? So this is around my birthday. My wife, we always try to surprise each other for our birthday weekends and, do big things. And I'll give more, I'll share a little bit more about my wife, later on. But she took me out on my birthday. And while we were out, she said, babe, we're going to go shopping. She said, I got some money that I've been putting aside so that you can go shopping. And we entered into the mall. And I entered in and I had a little bit of excitement. and then something hit me. It was just like all of the debt just came crashing into my mind. And I looked at my wife and I said, babe, thank you so much for the gesture. Thank you that you thought about me enough to say, let's go shopping. But I just didn't feel right in my spirit to spend over $1,000 to go shopping when I have over $20,000 in debt. And I said, babe, the greatest gift that you can give me? I said, let's go home. Let's go and review our financials and let's get out of this debt. She said, are you for real, babe? I said, babe, I'm 100% serious. That would be the best birthday present, to get out of debt. And guess what? We went home, we looked at all of our numbers, and we said, let's get it. We were locked in. We were one. We were in sync. And then we started our journey, and that was in December. Guess what? January came. We were grinding. February, March, April, May. We were grinding. We were selling everything and anything. And that's the tenacity that you have to have if you want to get out of debt. I sold so many things. I was aggressively using the money that I was generating from my business, and I just attacked the debt. And me and my wife, we said we're gonna live simple. We're already simple, but we took it down. We took it up a notch in simplicity. We didn't eat out. I remember that summer, we didn't even go on vacation. We normally go on family vacations every year just to get the kids out and just to go explore the country. And we said, you know what, kids, we're not going anywhere this year. We did staycations. We simplified things. And then guess what? By the time June came, we knocked out over $20,000 in debt in just 6 months. I'm telling you guys, it does not take much once you lock in. You can literally turn your financials around in 6 months if you lock in. If you say, I'm not going to go out and eat. If you say, I'm not going to, spend money on convenience. Guess what? I used to have a lawn guy that would come and cut my grass. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy a lawnmower and I'm going to cut my own grass. Not because I couldn't cut it, but I was just so busy with the business. I was busy with the kids, taking them to baseball practice, basketball practice. And I was always running and my grass looking crazy. HOA is down my throat. And I said, you know what? I'm going to save my money, that $60 that I was putting towards the grass. I said, I'm going to take that now and I'm going to put that towards that. That money I was forking out to get my haircut and my kids' haircut, over $150. I said, you know what? I'm gonna save that $150. I'm gonna cut my hair and my boys' hair, and guess what? I'm gonna put that towards that. I got aggressive. We got aggressive, and guess what? 6 months later, we got out of debt. We utilized Dave Ramsey's snowball method, and then we looked at all of our debt. We checked it off, and with every debt that we knocked out, I'm telling you guys, there was a sense of freedom that we experienced. There was a breath of fresh air with every debt that we knocked out, and it built a momentum in us. It built a synergy in us, and we said, man, let us get it. Let's lock in. Let's knock out this debt. And guess what? In June, we finished the car payment off. We knocked out the trailer. We knocked out my credit card, and we were out of debt. The greatest feeling in the world. Better than a vacation, better than a new wardrobe, better than a 5-star restaurant that you can, experience. It was the best feeling, and I want you to experience that. I want you to experience freedom. Guess what? You can do it in 6 months. And not only did we knock out debt in 6 months, in the next 6 months, we were able to save over $10,000, because the reality is when you knock out debt, that frees up your money now so that you can use those funds towards your future. You can free up that money to put that towards savings, your emergency, 3 to 6 months of savings. So I want to encourage you guys that it's a possibility that you can get out of debt if you lock in, get focused, and get to a place where you say, enough is enough. I love you guys. I want to see you guys debt free. I want you guys to experience the power of freedom and how your resources, your money, the greatest tool to build and generate wealth can be at your disposal. Follow us on this journey. And guess what? 6 months. You can do it. I did it. You can do it too. Y'all stay tuned for more content. Peace.